It might seem incredible, but some everyday foods, specifically 4 dried fruits readily available at almost any grocery store, can actually help shield and even mend your aging eyes while you're asleep. I understand it sounds almost too straightforward, but bear with me. With over 30 years dedicated to assisting seniors, I've consistently witnessed a struggle that always weighs heavily on my heart: the diminishing clarity of vision. It's the inability to confidently navigate roads at night, the constant need to extend a book or newspaper further away just to decipher the text, or the disheartening realization that you can't quite distinguish a loved one's face from across the room. Many of my patients describe it as if someone has gradually dimmed the lights on their entire existence. Others speak of a persistent blur, or eyes that burn and sting before the day has even concluded. The cruelest aspect is how insidiously it often progresses, leaving you unaware of how much it's stealing until it starts to chip away at your independence. However, here's the crucial truth. This isn't merely an unavoidable part of aging. Much of it stems from years of accumulated oxidative stress, inflammation, and a critical shortage of the key nutrients your eyes depend on for nightly repair. And that precisely is why incorporating the right foods can make such a profound difference, even now. Today, I'm going to introduce you to 4 dried fruits that can provide your eyes with precisely what they need to remain robust and sharp. Each one offers a distinct benefit, and the final one I'll reveal is, in my professional estimation, the most potent of all. If this is your first visit, I'm Dr. William Lai, and this is Senior Health Secrets, where we unveil natural, scientifically supported methods to safeguard your health as you mature. If this sounds beneficial, please go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss any upcoming content. Now, let's begin with the first dried fruit on our list. We'll start with something both sweet and ancient: figs. You likely know them for their delightful, chewy texture and natural sweetness, but figs are far more than just a healthy snack. They are brimming with vision-supporting nutrients, and when enjoyed correctly, they can help restore the sharpness and brightness you might have believed were irrevocably lost. Figs are rich in vitamin A and its plant-based precursor compounds, such as beta-carotene and lutein. Both are critical for maintaining the health of your retina and the clear surface of your eyes. Vitamin A deficiency is a prevalent cause of preventable night blindness in older adults, and figs offer a natural, gentle way to replenish it. They are also densely packed with polyphenols, powerful plant antioxidants like quercetin, rutin, and chlorogenic acid, which help shield the delicate photoreceptor cells in your eyes from oxidative stress. According to a review in the Journal of Food Science and Technology, these antioxidants have been linked to improved blood flow in the minuscule vessels behind your eyes, which is essential for optimal night vision. Here's a detail that often goes unnoticed. The natural sugars in figs actually assist your body in absorbing certain fat-soluble antioxidants when paired with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a few almonds or a teaspoon of almond butter. That's why I frequently suggest consuming 2 or 3 dried figs in the evening, combined with a light protein or healthy fat source, approximately an hour before bed. This provides your body with the necessary fuel for the natural repair cycle your eyes undergo each night. I vividly recall a patient, Harold, 72 years old, who shared with me, "Dr. William Lai, the stars are gone." He wasn't speaking metaphorically. His night vision had deteriorated to such an extent that even on clear nights, he could no longer see the constellations he cherished. We incorporated a small serving of figs into his evening routine, along with a handful of walnuts. Within 4 weeks, he returned with a smile. "They're back. I can see the Big Dipper again." It wasn't a miraculous overnight cure, but by providing his eyes with the nutrients they lacked, Harold supported the regeneration of those light-sensitive cells that aid vision in dim conditions. And that process continued to work quietly, night after night, as he slept. Figs are simple, they're delicious, and for many they represent the first step toward perceiving the world with greater clarity once more. Next, we'll examine another sweet, chewy fruit, one that not only supports night vision, but also helps soothe the dryness and burning that can make reading such a chore. That fruit is dates. Now, let's discuss another naturally sweet fruit that offers more than just a pleasant taste: dates. Dates have been prized for centuries across the Middle East and North Africa, often referred to as nature's candy due to their rich sweetness. However, beyond their flavor, dates are loaded with nutrients that can help soothe tired, irritated eyes, especially the kind of dryness and burning that makes reading or even watching television uncomfortable. One of the key nutrients in dates is vitamin B6, which supports the production of neurotransmitters involved in healthy nerve function, including the optic nerve that transmits signals from your eyes to your brain. Alongside this, dates contain significant amounts of potassium and magnesium, minerals that help regulate the tiny muscles in your eyes responsible for focusing. But here's where dates truly stand out for eye health. They are a surprisingly rich source of polyphenols and carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin. These plant pigments accumulate in the macula, the central part of your retina, where they act like internal sunglasses, filtering out harmful blue light and reducing oxidative damage. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Science noted that a higher intake of these carotenoids is associated with a lower risk of age-related macular degeneration. Dates are also naturally hydrating. Despite being dried, they retain a high content of natural sugars bound with water and soluble fiber, which helps your body retain fluid. For someone with chronic dry eye, that extra hydration can make a noticeable difference, especially when eaten in the evening, supporting the tear film that keeps your eyes comfortable overnight. I once worked with Martha, a 68-year-old retired librarian. She loved reading in the evenings, but her eyes would start to sting after just 10 minutes, forcing her to close the book. Eye drops provided only short-term relief. I suggested she try 2 dates about an hour before bed, paired with a small handful of pumpkin seeds for added zinc, a mineral that helps vitamin A reach the retina. 3 weeks later, she called me, excited. I just finished my first novel in years without stopping to rest my eyes, and they didn't feel like sandpaper afterward. It wasn't an instant fix, but by nourishing her eyes from the inside out, she found the comfort she'd been missing. Dates are sweet, convenient, and when used wisely, can be a simple nightly ritual that helps restore not only your vision comfort, but also the small joys you thought you had to give up. Next, we'll turn to something smaller in size, but mighty in protection: a dried fruit that acts like armor for the delicate cells in your retina. That's raisins. Raisins, those tiny, naturally sweet gems, might seem too humble to make a real difference for your vision, but inside each one is a concentrated source of compounds that can help shield your eyes from the slow, silent damage of aging. Nutritionally, raisins are packed with polyphenolic antioxidants like quercetin, resveratrol, and catechins. These work as your body's cleanup crew, neutralizing the free radicals that accumulate in the retina from daily exposure to sunlight, pollution, and normal metabolic processes. Left unchecked, those free radicals can damage the photoreceptor cells that let you see fine detail and distinguish vibrant colors. Raisins also provide a healthy dose of lutein and zeaxanthin, the same yellow-orange pigments found in leafy greens and egg yolks. These carotenoids are stored in the macula, the central part of your retina, responsible for sharp central vision. They function like internal sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and reducing glare. a benefit that's especially valuable for older adults struggling with headlight sensitivity while driving at night. And here's something most people don't realize. Raisins are one of the richest dried fruit sources of boron, a trace mineral linked to improved bone density, but also critical for eye health. Research published in Nutrients suggests that boron helps regulate calcium and magnesium metabolism, minerals involved in the function of ocular muscles and nerve signaling. Healthy eye muscles mean less strain when shifting focus between near and far objects. Because raisins are naturally sweet, they deliver a slow, steady release of energy thanks to their soluble fiber. That's important for blood sugar stability overnight. Fluctuating blood sugar can temporarily change the shape of the lens in your eye, leading to episodes of blurry vision. Steadier blood sugar means steadier vision. One of my patients, Eleanor, a 75-year-old retired seamstress, had stopped quilting in the evenings because her stitches blurred together. I suggested a small handful of raisins with a few walnuts in the late afternoon. The healthy fats from the nuts help absorb the fat-soluble carotenoids in raisins, and within weeks, she noticed her evening vision was sharper and less strained. For most people, just 2 tablespoons of raisins a few times a week, paired with a small amount of healthy fat, can be enough to start delivering these protective compounds to your eyes. They're portable, inexpensive, and don't require refrigeration, making them one of the easiest vision-friendly foods to keep in your daily routine. Next, we'll turn to a fruit with a warm golden orange color, rich in the very compounds your retina craves most, and one that could make night driving far less stressful. That's dried apricots. With their vibrant orange color and soft, tangy sweetness, dried apricots are more than just a tasty snack. They're one of the richest natural sources of the exact compounds your eyes crave to stay healthy and strong. That golden orange hue comes from beta-carotene, a plant pigment your body converts into vitamin A. This nutrient is essential for producing rhodopsin, the light-sensitive protein in your retina that allows you to see in low-light conditions. Without enough vitamin A, the regeneration of rhodopsin slows, making night vision and even adjusting from bright light to dim light much harder. In severe cases, deficiency can lead to full night blindness. Dried apricots also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids that accumulate in the macula. There, they help filter harmful blue light and reduce oxidative stress, both major contributors to age-related macular degeneration, AMD. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has found that diets higher in these carotenoids are associated with a significantly lower risk of AMD progression. Another overlooked benefit of dried apricots is their potassium content. Potassium helps maintain proper fluid balance inside the cells of your eyes, which is crucial for keeping the cornea clear and the intraocular pressure stable. Elevated eye pressure is a risk factor for glaucoma, a leading cause of irreversible vision loss. By supporting healthy fluid regulation, potassium plays a quiet but important protective role. And because dried apricots are also high in soluble fiber, they contribute to better blood sugar control. Stable blood sugar levels help prevent microvascular damage in the retina, which is particularly important for people with diabetes or prediabetes. One of my patients, Robert, age 70, had avoided driving at night for years because the glare from headlights was overwhelming. We added 3 dried apricots to his mid-evening snack, paired with a small piece of dark chocolate for extra flavonoids. Within 6 weeks, he reported something simple but life-changing. I drove home after dinner last night, and the glare didn't stop me. His confidence came back along with his clarity. For most adults, enjoying 3 to 4 dried apricots several times a week, ideally with a small amount of healthy fat like almonds or sunflower seeds, can help deliver these eye-nourishing carotenoids right where they're needed most. Now that we've covered all 4 vision-friendly dried fruits, figs, dates, raisins, and dried apricots. It's time to put them together into an easy, practical plan you can start tonight. That's exactly what we'll do next. We've talked about 4 dried fruits that can each play a unique role in protecting and even repairing your vision: figs, dates, raisins, and dried apricots. Now let's combine them into a simple, no-fuss plan you can start using tonight. First, let's be clear. You don't need large amounts of these foods to get the benefits. In fact, with dried fruits, more is not always better because of the natural sugar content. The key is consistency and smart combinations that help your body absorb the nutrients efficiently. Here's what I often recommend to my patients. In the evening, prepare a small eye snack by combining 2 or 3 figs, 1 or 2 dates, about 2 tablespoons of raisins, and 3 or 4 dried apricots. Pair this mix with a small handful of raw nuts or seeds, such as almonds, walnuts, or sunflower seeds. The healthy fats in nuts help your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients like beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin from the dried fruits. Timing matters. Aim to have this snack about an hour before bed. That way, as your body shifts into its natural overnight repair mode, those eye-supporting antioxidants, carotenoids, and minerals are already circulating in your system, ready to nourish your retinal cells and protect your optic nerve. It's also important to stay hydrated. Always drink a glass of water with your dried fruits. This supports the soluble fiber in aiding digestion and helps maintain good hydration, a small but important factor for keeping your eyes comfortable. You don't have to eat all 4 fruits every single day. You can rotate them if you prefer. For example, figs and raisins one night, dates and apricots the next, but aim to have each of them at least 3 to 4 times a week. If you spend a lot of time in front of screens or under artificial lighting, consider pairing your evening snack with a short eye rest. This can be as simple as closing your eyes in a darkened room or using a warm compress for about 10 minutes. It's a gentle way to let your eyes fully relax while the nutrients do their work. This plan is simple, affordable, and fits into almost any lifestyle. It's not about replacing your meals or taking handfuls of pills. It's about using whole natural foods to feed one of your most precious senses. In the final part of this video, I'll share a closing message to remind you why your eyes are worth every bit of care you can give them and why it's never too late to start seeing more clearly again. We've covered a lot today, and I hope you can see just how simple yet powerful it can be to give your eyes what they truly need. Figs, dates, raisins, and dried apricots may be ordinary foods, but when you enjoy them in the right way and with consistency, they can help protect the vision you have and even support the natural repair process that happens while you sleep. I've seen this work for so many of my patients, and I believe it can make a difference for you too. It's important to remember that losing your vision isn't an inevitable part of getting older. Yes, our eyes change with age, but with the right nourishment, they can stay sharper, clearer, and more comfortable for years to come. Whether it's reading your favorite book without strain, driving confidently at night, or simply looking into the eyes of someone you love and seeing every detail, these are moments worth protecting. If there's one message I want you to take away, it's this: it's never too late to start. Every small step you take today is an investment in the life you want to see tomorrow. You're not alone in this journey, and there is always hope for improvement. Thank you for spending this time with me and for caring about your health. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might benefit, and leave a comment below to tell me which of these 4 dried fruits you're most excited to try. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next science-backed natural health tip that could change your life. Your vision matters, and so do you. Now go enjoy that snack tonight and give your eyes the gift they deserve.